Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In the first video, we went through Spring Breeze as I rambled on like somebody who has never played a Let's Play video or made a Let's Play video in their lives. And we got through Spring Breeze, which is basically Kirby's Dream Land 1 Redux, and we beat King Dedede. But now, we're going to play Dynablade. Dynablade is destroying all the crops. She must be stopped. Master the different abilities and defeat her. And this is a 3-star, but this is still very easy to get through. And I might as well go ahead and press X. Well, that was a short intro. Might as well start a new game, and we shall explain copy. Let's pretend we've never played this game before. Hello! Welcome to the Beginner's Show. Have you mastered inhaling and flying? Well, we got through Spring Breeze, so we're doing great so far. Let's learn how to use the copy function. Also, I will show off the sleep ability one day. Enemies attack in various ways. This enemy is called Waddle Doo. We saw him and showed him off in Spring Breeze. When Kirby inhales an enemy, push A, or down on the control pad, swallow. Amazing! You can use the energy beam by pushing Y. There are some enemies that will not give you a special ability. Thankfully, the ones that do, I believe they flash. Here are a few other abilities you can copy. Fire. Spit out some nasty fireballs. Stone. Turn into a stone and do some heavy damage. Sword. The king of weapons. We showed that one off already. I want to do the somersault slash. You can review the copy explanation anytime during the game by pressing start. Some abilities have limited uses. Kirby will not wear a cap. Like Mike. There's more! 2. Yes, 2 people can play at the same time. Wow! When Kirby is wearing an ability cap, push A. And a second character will appear. This character is called a helper. He'll be a big help to Kirby. Normally, the helper will act by himself. He can defeat enemies. The AI is okay. There are more techniques. Throw off the cap, and the helper will put it on. That'll change their form, and that will also heal them completely. Push A one more time, and the helper will become the ability cap. And you can copy the ability again. When the helper is present, push any button on the second controller. The helper will then be controlled by the second player. It's a little confusing at first, but give it a try and you'll catch on. Practice with your friends, and double the fun! Here are some special instructions. To dash, push left or right twice. Kirby will move quickly and increase in attack power. To slide, push down and B together. You can just hold down and press B. You can attack while sliding. That does count as an attack. To guard, push L or R. It can reduce the enemy's attack power. For more details, please refer to the instruction manual. Now, let's play Dynablade! Practice, 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 and master copy and helper. Good luck! Though, I won't really be using helper all that much. But here's the world map. Not very long. we have 5 stages that we can go through, and we have to go through one of them in order to move anywhere on the world map. Gotta love that state-of-the-art 3D for 1995-1996. They did the best they could with the Super Nintendo technology at the time. And I do like this. Also, the course markers remind me of the CBS logo. And for those of you who live outside of America, I should probably put up a picture of the CBS logo, just so you guys know what it looks like. You can kind of see the resemblance, if I remember to. Anyway, I know these areas have names. They were given names in Superstar DS. Or actually Superstar Ultra, that's the name of it. But I don't remember any of them, so I'm not going to mention them. I've already shown off Cutter and Spring Breeze. So, there's not really much to say. I mean, if I kept focusing on the game at this point, it'd be really boring. I mean, what is it? The level design is very simple. I'm gonna let you guys fall in the water, and thank you for that, Orange. This is a game that 10-year-old me really wanted, and glad that he got. Because this was the best Kirby game yet. And to this day, it's still one of the best. I mean, there's a reason they ported it to the Nintendo DS years later. With some extra stuff as well. I may play the DS version one day, who knows. Oh, these bomb blocks. You just hit them with an attack or a head bop or a slide or whatever. Or even spinning an enemy at it and you'll blow up that and all the surrounding blocks. That's pretty much all there is to it. And I know there's more here. What's in here? Oh, there's the sword ability and an Maximum Tomato. As I was saying, this is a game that 10-year-old me really wanted and glad that he got. And I eventually completed it. It's a wonderful game. I know the games are super short. Some may say that it may have an experimental feel to it because it's a bunch of games with very simple ideas and are short and simple and whatnot. Just 8 of those just rolled into one. And because of that, there's quite a bit to see and do in this game. And I'm glad that I played through it. But there are some memories of this game that I'm not going to mention yet. The reason I'm not mentioning them is because, well, they involve games that I have yet to play. You've already seen... Well, one of them's already available. Let's put it that way. One of them we're going to have to unlock, and I'll be playing that eventually. And I'm just destroying everything with Cutter. I'm doing better than I thought I would. No. I would like to show off Crash, but another time perhaps. Oh, it was a good thing I destroyed that bomb block because Maximum Tomato. Now, here's Chef Kawasaki. What you need to do is just keep a fair distance away from him. Try not to get hit by his pan. Don't get caught with his pan. Watch out for anything that he throws. If he throws anything, you can spit it back at him. Also, if you swallow Chef Kawasaki, you get the cook ability. I was going to show off the pause description, but you know what? That's all you do when you press Y. It's a one-time ability, and when you use it, any on-screen enemies fall into the pot. They become food that you can eat and share with your helper. And now we got this little bonus area at the end of every stage in Dynablade. The more red the gauge is, the further you go. And there's a 1-up, which I guess I can take for life insurance. And if we ever wanted to go to that stage again, we can. Which is cool. We can just go up to it and press A. But we're going to continue on. I want to do this whole game in this whole video. And I should really put... Dang it. I should really put the music for this stage in the description, because it is one of my favorites. You only really hear it here. Also, this is Parasol, and this is a fun one. Protect Kirby from enemies above. Splash the driller to toss your enemies to the sky. A lot of possibilities with Parasol. I just now noticed for the first time in my entire life that is not even a complete sentence in there. Wow. Y swings a Parasol. Holding Y lets you use it as a shield. You basically just spin around in front of you. Pressing Y while running lets you do the drill. And down plus Y in the air lets you do a dive, which is kind of cool. Forward and Y near an enemy lets you do a Parasol roll, where you basically just pick them up with the Parasol and then just bounce them up and down before they just die. And if you hold Y while in the air, you do a Parasol shoot. You float with the Parasol. This is when facing right. If facing right, just reverse all commands that are left or right. I shouldn't be explaining that anymore. But here's the Parasol shoot, which I like. There's the Parasol spin that you hold Y for. There's the dashing one. And there's the downward attack. If I can do the close attack or close range attack, I'll do it. There it is. Actually pretty simple to do. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll do this one, and you got these guys. I remember you guys from Kirby's Adventure, and you die. That was neat. You die. I should have done that to all of them. But hey, nice little reference to something we're going to do in the future, right there. And if we destroy this little bomb block down there, we get, well, besides Parasol Waddle Dee, we're going to get rid of this and we're going to show off Ninja. I said we're going to show off Ninja. Well, if you go down there, you get a 1-up, but that's there too. But I want to show off Ninja. There we go. Ninja. Copy the famous Japanese ninja to hide in shadows and vanish into the darkness. Tap Y to throw knives. Hold Y to do a Quado shock attack, which basically just lets you slash at somebody with a dagger. And if it hits, you do this. You get these little projectiles that come out of the ground. You do a dash attack if you're dashing while attacking. Down Y in the air lets you do a ninja kick, and forward and Y near an enemy lets you do an airdrop. Reverse all left and right commands if you're facing left. If you get hit, you can press Y and you'll hide. And if you press towards a wall, if you press the control pad near a wall, if you move towards a wall in the air, you'll stick to the wall. And you can do a triangle jump off the wall with B. Like so. Just keep holding the control pad towards the wall. B. And if you press A, you'll create Biospark, which is the guy that we just swallowed. You've already seen the knives. There's a Quazo shock attack. And if you hit somebody with this, projectiles will just come out of the air. And there's that little army pineapple who loves to shoot bombs. Fortunately for him, he just runs away in case he tries to attack. And there's one more attack that I do want to show off, because it'll let us get rid of that bomb block right there. Swallow this witch that Zap tried to hit us with a wand there, and we get mirror. Let's hold Y. Okay. Press Y to hit somebody with a rod. Hold Y to create these projectiles. And if you block, you can reflect projectiles. And because we broke this area here, we can hit this switch by any means necessary to open up a path to that area. We now have a way to get some more power-ups, and I will show that off eventually. let's go to the pause menu here. Mirror. Reflect enemy attacks or fool them by creating a double image of Kirby. Y lets you attack with the staff. Holding Y lets you create those reflection projectiles that let us get into that room we got into earlier. If we dash and attack, we'll be able to split ourselves in two and hit enemies that way. And by guarding, we can reflect projectiles. That's all you do. This is one of the most interesting attacks in the game. And Sim Mirror. Or Simmerer. I want to believe is actually pronounced similar. Or Simmerer. Now that I think about it, because Simmerer, similar, they sound similar? Anyway. Do I really want similar with me? Simmer, whatever, not really. It's just as well. We can just attack these blocks by any means necessary. We can slide into them if you so wish. That would have been cool to have the mirror ability with us now that I think about it. And wow, I needed to be careful there. I have not done any practice runs for anything in this game. Then again, I barely need any. Because getting through this game is super easy, and now we're just destroying the foundation of this area. I may actually use Simmer for this. But then again, there will probably be another ability that I want to show off in this next section, and we'll probably see it. Yeah, we're gonna see it. We're gonna swallow this guy and get wheel. Roll over your enemies. Call a helper and ride the wheel. Watch out for thorns and don't speed. Or rather, don't go too fast. Left and right let you turn. B lets you brake. Y lets you dash as well as get out of the dash. So if you dash, you do this. And you can turn around. And by holding B, you can kind of get out of the attack, but I think that you will eventually slow down and you will make yourself prone to attack. And had I not gotten out of there quick enough, I would have hit those spikes, and that would not have been fun. And there's Bonkers, but you know what? No, okay, no. This has all been a terrible idea that I should not have been doing. You know what? I'll let you do the dirty work. Since you want to be just super cool about that and everything. But of course, I need some health really, really bad. And thankfully, I can get it at the end here. And it's a good thing I got Hammer, because that will let us destroy this area and open up a hidden door with 3 1-ups. Had we not had Hammer, we'd have just exited right. We would have been able to just exit like normal, but we can do it here now that we have 3 1-ups. And I got Maximum. I didn't know I would ever do that or not in the entirety of this video, but we did. We made it to the 1 sign, and we get 3 more 1-ups. This is more lives than I need. And whenever you complete the second stage, you get this little E thing that just pops up. And this is the only time in the game it ever pops up. And once you run into it or go to another level, it disappears and you never see it again. And no, I am not going to let you attack. I'm going to fight you the old-fashioned way. This guy will throw, rather, I believe that is a female enemy. She will throw her fist at you, create stars by hitting the ground, and she also kind of marches around back and forth when she wants to. She can aim upwards when she throws her fist like that, and she can also jump around. Thankfully, she is a very easy boss. She can also pound the ground around and walk towards you at the same time, just like that. And if you swallow her, you get fighter. And we've beaten her, so this area ends right now. Alright, we've got quite a few things to cut. Well, I'm not going to cover all of them, but you can get things like mirror, fighter, cutter, sword, and other ones like fire that we have yet to see. And you can test them out on enemies too, which is cool. You can also heal up too in these areas. There are some things we've seen around here, some things we haven't. If you ever need to heal, there's a Maximum Tomato. This is an ability room. You'll get some, but not all the abilities in the game. This is one of 2 in the game. And there are also 2 Maximum Tomatoes, one for you, one for your helper. So you can just grab one and share it with the helper that way. And just completely heal you and your partner. Anyway, it's time to go to stage 3. And there's a Tomo Throw. I meant to do a kick, but I'll take that. And there's the Gordo. He flashes red, but he does not give you the ability. He is virtually indestructible. I'll let you take care of him. And I don't want to be too close to those bombs when they blow up because they will hurt. And there's that back throw that I wanted to do. And there's a door that I want to go through. That will take me to something else. I will give you room to move. And I will get that one up. I wonder what happens if I destroy this on him. He just goes wherever he wants. Okay. Well, that's one way to kill him. Not exactly what I wanted, though. But now in this room, we have these little air currents that are pushing us forward. We will be pushed forward very slowly. Thankfully, it doesn't really get in the way of much. And I thought I would finish them off, but sadly that was not the case. I got some food off of you at random. Sometimes attacking enemies really helps because you never know when you'll be able to get any food. And we are now approaching the last section of this area. And you want to be careful going down because you never know what you might run into. There's a new guy whose ability I wanted to show off but couldn't because I beat him up. I'll show it off eventually. I'll show them all off eventually. And now we got this little area. You want to be very careful here, and this is where you want to double tap B to fly. Because that is lava, and that will hurt you and burn you for a lot of damage. And apparently I thought that was the final section. Nope, we got this area. And we got Frosty the Snowman here trying to kill us. I know that's not really his name, but he's trying to kill us. And joke's on you, those projectiles weren't going to hit me anyway. And it's a good thing I was able to do a weak kick because I was able to get all of the food that I needed to fully heal. Now if we jump onto this thing, we get launched forward. And maybe into the enemies to defeat them. We want to be careful with some of them because some of them can throw you into traps if you're not careful. Stuff like spikes and whatnot. And we want to avoid the Shotzos. Amazingly, Kirby was able to climb the ladder pretty fast. And why did I go there? I didn't need to go there. That's what the Warp Star is for. And we are going to fight another mini-boss really soon, and I want to show off how to beat them when they show up. And I want to show off how to beat them the normal way. This is Bugsy. He will fly around. He will gently fly downwards. He will do a tackle attack, which you want to watch out for. He creates bugs that you want to inhale and send back at him. If you can send 2 bugs at him, that's even better. There we go. Yeah, when he rears back like that, you know he's going to do the attack. When fighting a mini-boss in a Kirby game, you don't want to move around too much, and you definitely want to keep your distance and keep a close eye on what he does. And we got Suplex out of Bugsy. Now to show off one of my favorite attacks. Just keep pressing Y and you'll do it. That first one was not the one I wanted to go for, but the second one was. And this one gives you a blue headband instead of a red one. I thought this one was just really weird. Basically, you press Y, and if you run into an enemy, you can press either Y to punch them, or press up, down, left, or right. One of those 4 directions to do crazy attacks. You can do a suplex, you can do a jumping backbreaker into a throw, which kind of predated the attitude adjustment by John Cena by like a couple of years. Capture enemies and use the buttons to perform various pro wrestling techniques to defeat them. So it's basically wrestling. Y lets you do a dash capture as well as lifting up. Basically, you use that to grab enemies if you're in the animation where Kirby is dashing and or moving his finger a whole lot, or moving his hand a whole lot rather. He grabs something. And there is a faster version of this if you are dashing. If you hold down and press Y while in the air, you'll do a pinpoint kick. Actually, you can do that one without grabbing an enemy. You just have to jump and then hold down and press Y to do the kick. If you press Y twice quickly near an enemy, like if you just mash the Y button as soon as you grab an enemy, you'll get the quick stomping move that I did. And there are 4 moves you can do after you get an enemy up in the air with the capture. You can press up for a backbreaker, which kind of reminds me of the Attitude Adjustment by John Cena, even though it predated it by several years. Down for a body slam, right for a pile driver, left for a German suplex. So forward for pile driver, back for German suplex. Suplex City. If you press Y a second after you grab somebody, you'll do the lariat. And if you press B, you'll do a jumping body slam, and you can control it with left and right. You can kind of control the distance you go forward when you do the body slam with left or right on the control pad. And pressing up, left, or right in the air lets you do a body slam in midair. If you press down in the air, you'll body slam them right down to the ground. Wacky move. It's actually kind of sort of useful in this game. And I may get a 1-up out of this. We shall see. And this video is going to be probably 40 minutes. Yikes. I didn't think about this. I didn't think it'd be that long. But we are now entering the 4th section of this game. And I want to be very careful. Oh, no. And there's Bugsy. I'm not going to use him. And if you change him back into an object, he becomes a championship belt, which is nice. I like how the abilities turn the rather relevant objects after you change the helper back into an item that you can swallow to get the ability you want back. And I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. It clearly wasn't. That also wasn't a good idea. But it did get me down here. There are some alternate paths down here. And some other places that you can go, such as this area. And you got these cannons. If you can time it right, you can go in the direction you want. They're kind of like the barrel cannons in Donkey Kong Country. They really take their inspiration from that. Great job, Hal. And I thought I could break those with the slide ability, but sadly that was not the case. I can break it with this, though. I'm going to get rid of this guy real quick. And then I'm going to show off the pause list for fire. Use dash and Y to hurl burrowing fireballs, or rather, hurl yourself into enemies as a burning fireball. You can light fuses, candles, or even yourself to become a mega powerful weapon. Press Y to blow fire, and keep holding it to continuously blow fire. Y in the control pad lets you change the fire direction, and if you hold it towards Kirby, the fireballs will travel towards Kirby before he turns himself into a fireball, which keeps going as long as you keep holding back on the control pad. If you hold up or down, you can aim the fire breath up or down, and if you hold forward, you can make the fire go a little bit further. And you can combine that in conjunction with up and down to get further firepower at an angle. Dash and Y lets you do the burning attack. Pressing B and then Y lets you do a fireball spin. And if you press Y before landing on a floor or a platform or anything, you'll do a fireball roll, which is like the spin, but you automatically move forward while you're doing it. And it's a good thing we have the fire ability, because it lets us get through these Gordos. There's no other way to get through these. Don't even try. And it's a good thing we went over here because... Ooh. More 1-ups. So I have 17 1-ups now. I don't need 17 1-ups for this game. But I haven't died yet, so that's something. Also, the gator head enemy is one of the weirdest in the game. It just looks so goofy. And there was something down there. And I don't know how to get to it. Also, you dropped a melon. I don't know why you dropped a melon. And I don't know how to get down there anyway, which is kind of weird. I may need to show off that alternate path that I didn't take at the beginning. That would help. And I might as well use the fireball ability to, you know, light myself on fire and get rid of that flower enemy right there. And I know you're going to come towards me. Just sit there and wait, and it'll eventually just die by self-immolation of the worst degree. And by going down here, we are able to make our way to the start again, but this time we'll also be invincible because we grabbed some candy that allowed us to do so. And we can destroy a whole bunch of enemies for a couple of seconds. I can't believe you hit me with that. How dare you? And of course we gotta be careful as we make our way to the top. Thankfully, there's not much to it. We just get more water, and that fish should be lucky that there is a waterfall between me and it. And now, let's light a fuse. And get in this cannon before the fire reaches the cannon, so we can get over here. A bunch of food, two maximum tomatoes actually, and a 1-up. And we have this area, and now as soon as we hit this, we're gonna have a whole ton of lava. But if we go to the left instead of the right, really easy to miss this. This gives you the other ability room, which gives us some more of the rooms, including, or rather more of the abilities, including suplex. And I'm going to show this off. This is Copy. Now there is an enemy that looks just like that. It looks like a ninja cat with a bag in its hands. And if you're running around with a helper or an ability, he will try to steal the ability from you before flying off into nowhere. And he can also steal your helper that way too, which really stinks. And Copy is just a copy beam. You press Y on an enemy with an ability, and you'll be able to copy that ability without damaging them. There is a helper for this who will also be able to copy abilities. I'll show them off in a bit. All you do is just press Y. That's the only thing you do. That's the only attack this has. You hit this with an enemy who has an ability. You steal their ability, and their ability replaces copy. And the helper is Tack. It's a ninja cat. And they just sneak around wearing sandals and a ninja outfit. I do want to show this off, though. Eventually. And I'm not going to show... Well, there's the enemy version of that, but the helper version has the ability, or rather the animation where they sneak around. And there it is. There's Crash. I wanted that. Blow all the enemies away with one huge explosion. It's a one-time chance, so use it wisely. And you just press Y. It's a screen-clearing attack. It destroys all enemies on screen. You can only use it once before you go back to being normal Kirby. Like so. And I didn't know you were there. And you want to watch out for that one Tack, because he will try to jump up and just nail you with his little sneaky hand if you're not high enough off the ground. And let's fly our way to this door. I wanted to show that off. Can I do it again? Yes, we can. Mix! When you inhale two enemies with an ability and swallow, you can get roulette. This was a thing that was in Kirby's Adventure, but here it's completely random. It's not like, oh, if you do it in this room, you'll get this ability with these two enemies no matter what. No, it's completely random here in Kirby Superstar, and we got Mike. Which I don't see myself using right now. Or maybe I could have used it against them. But we can sneak past them. And we can slide into him. Does this guy give us bomb? Yes, he does. I'm pretty sure he gave us bomb. I just wanted to be sure of that. And thankfully the bombs don't blow up in your hands. That's cool. So you don't have to worry about you know, yeah, that's another thing. You don't have to worry about damaging yourself with your own bombs in this game either. And now that we're here, we now have a boss rush. Also, you cannot blow up Max and tomatoes or food. I'm going to go ahead and just fight this guy the old-fashioned way. This walrus enemy will do a sliding attack. He can dive at you. He can jump towards you. He just bends down and kind of creates those ice cubes. I say as I can't really save my life. He's not making that of his bum, if that's what you're thinking. Let's not go there. It's not like you're just pulling them out of his butt. Because his butt is clearly in front of you, and he doesn't put his hand there. So, I'm guessing when he's bending down, he kind of just breathes into his hands, and that's how he makes the ice cubes. Only reason I'm mentioning that is because I was watching a Kirby's Adventure video, and somebody was like, is he like pulling those out of his bum? Well, clearly his bum is in front of you and he's not putting his hand there, so you might want to try again there, buddy. Anyway, ice. Turn Kirby into the Iceman and turn the enemies into frozen blocks of ice. Don't slip. Y lets you spit out the ice breath that turns enemies into ice cubes. You can then send the ice cubes forward by just moving into them. And if they hit any enemies, they're gone. If you press Y repeatedly or press Y while dashing, you'll be able to do a blizzard attack that attacks all enemies around you. It's a very near distance attack, but it does have a little bit of distance to attack, but it's still only useful at close range. And if you press Y in the air, you'll do the little freezer sprinkle. Forward and Y near the enemy lets you put an enemy in your mouth, and if you press Y again, you'll spit them back out and turn them into an ice cube. And of course, touching an ice block does the ice kick. And there's the aerial attack. I might as well just go ahead and show that off. And Chili, that's his name. No. We are not going to destroy him. I do, however, want to get the hammer attack. I'm not showing off helpers because they're not really that special, at least to me. And we got 2 Poppy Brothers now. This is definitely familiar if you play Kirby's Adventure. And if I could hit these guys with this attack. Ooh, that was nice! It's a good thing I didn't die there. And there is the exit door. And we did it again! We got 3 more lives. More lives than I ever needed. So I have 22 lives in a game in which I have not died in. Matter of fact, I haven't even died this whole Let's Play. But we now have one more thing to go through. One more course. And I'm not going to use any abilities for this. I'd rather show off how to fight this guy the old-fashioned way. Because we are finally going to fight Dynablade. And spoiler alert, Dynablade is a her. Just so you know. We just run all the way to this door. We can get cutter, we can get beam, we can get fire, we can get sword. I'm getting none of the above. And you'll be coming here with full health anyway, so you don't have to worry about healing. So here's what you do. At the start of the battle, you want to duck, otherwise you're going to... No, actually, you're not going to get hit. You're going to get hit afterwards. When Dynablade lands, she creates stars. You want to send them right to her head. And when she does this dive attack, you want to duck, otherwise she's going to grab you and take away some of your health. She can also hit you by extending her head, and I don't know why I jumped. Oh, you can... Huh, I forgot you can do that. I forgot you can take the things that she spits and send them back at her. When she goes into the air, she'll try to land you once, and then she tries to fly at you again from the background. And you want to avoid her both times. You just want to watch the skies the first time, and you just watch the background and avoid her the second time. But as you can see, Dynablade isn't too hard to defeat, and when you beat her, you find out that she was terrorizing Dreamland so she could feed her kids. So, we take Dynablade's kids over to Wispy Woods, shake some apples out, get them fed, and we kind of take care of them until they become kids, teach them how to fly and everything. All of a sudden, Dynablade is now back to perfect health after we beat her. Thankfully, she doesn't attack us for taking care of her kids. And all's well that ends well. And as we look at this sepia tone photo, we see the words "to be continued." Why exactly is that? Well, if you press any button, well, start button exactly, at this screen, Revenge of Meta Knight is unlocked. So we're not going to play that just yet, though. We could, but we're not going to because Gourmet Race. This is a short one. And I'm going to do that one before Revenge of Meta Knight in the next video. So, join me next time where we play the short, awesome game that is Gourmet Race. And then it'll be off to the next 2 main games, which will be Revenge of Meta Knight and the Great Cave Offensive. So join me next time for that. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!